Hello and welcome to another episode of me painting again. Oh yeah, we're painting again. I've got the dirty shirt on, I'm ready for action, and we're doing something a little bit different today. A little bit different. Just wiping paint off my hands because I had some paint on my palette and I covered it in cling film. Had a really nice tight seal on it with the cling film. I pulled the cling film off and made a right hash of it all, had it all over the place, so never mind, I did manage to save a bit of paint. So, what have we got going here? This is a bit different, isn't it? So what we have is a thin, even coat of burnt sienna on the canvas. There's no liquid white, there's no medium. You can use a medium if you wish to help it spread, but I've just spread it using brute force just to get myself some a base colour, because the wet on wet technique is all about using a base colour and then building it up from there, but there's no rules. It doesn't matter what base you're using, whether you're using a white base, a crimson base, a red base, or a burnt sienna base. It all works just fine. Whew. It's hard work scribbling that on, but it gives a really nice effect and it begins the painting, which I'm going to do. So, my colours: yellow ochre, burnt sienna, which I've been using, vermilion red, there's a little bit of dark Van Dyke brown there, Naples yellow and titanium white. Don't know if I'm going to use Naples yellow. What I'm going to do is just paint and see what happens. But I'm thinking have sort of a glow here, so maybe what I'll do, just knock a load of paint off, and then I think I'll have the glow, so I might use some yellow ochre. Yellow ochre and white. Just hitting that titanium white and yellow ochre. I want to create a glow in the sky, and I want it to be here, sort of this golden kind of glow, and it's going to mix with the colour that's already on there. I want like this golden glow around here. Start there and then start working outwards. I'll just mix with this. This is where our horizon line is going to be. Let it mix. Sort of stand back, have a look. Because what I was originally thinking, I probably need to darken this, but what if this is the darkest bit? It's an interesting thought. Let's get some more white, a bit more of the white, and go back in here. Have this sort of golden glow along here. It's quite nice. Just sort of stand back, have a look, see if it's what you want. You can change it, you can do what you like. And then I'm going to have water in this, so that there. I'll have the same sort of glow in the water there. Do flat strokes. Something like that. So you can use your strokes, your straight strokes, to create the effect that you want. So maybe this water's not churning and stuff. It's just sort of flat like that. So what I might do, get another brush. And then I'm going to go over this. Just sort of sinks that into the paint, sinks that in nicely. I just knock my brush on a bit of paper like that, and then we can blend this out as well a bit more. You can make it as soft as you want. Something like that. I quite like that actually. Just sort of stand back. What I'm thinking is I might put some clouds in the sky now. So I've got that really nice look. What I might do as well. I just want to do so much when I'm painting. I'm like, oh, I want to do this, Might get a little bit of the Naples yellow. Might get a bit of the red actually as well. See what that looks like. Naples yellow, a bit of the red, a bit of the white. Let's have a nice warm sun right there. Yeah, something like that, and then we'll have a bit of the light hitting the water down there. Something like that. Yeah, quite like that. Just knock a bit of paint off maybe. Give it a bit of that. Get a nice little glow now. Quite like that actually. Now, with a fan brush, I really want to build this sky up now. So I might get some of this burnt sienna. Might get a little bit of the red in it. And a little bit of the dark. Yeah, let's have a look at this. Just giving this a bit of the yellow ochre in there as well. Just sort of spinning my brush around a bit. Having a bit of fun with it. Something like that. A bit more of the ochre. Just sort of stand back, have a look. I'm using my brush again. I think I'll just stir it up a little bit. Blend it. You see, it doesn't all mush together and disappear because I'm not using that much paint. It just softens it, and then you can get a sense of the feel of the paint and be quite soft with your strokes. Because if your paint's a little bit softer, then you use a little bit less pressure when you're doing your blending. We'll probably have some of that in here as well. Sky. Not going to go too crazy because I might put some land in there. Do the flat strokes again. You see how the light is now really starting to zing in that area, so really starting to get it lighter. I've got my camera set up there so I can glance at it and see if it's alright, and then I carry on. because otherwise you really need to stand back. You really need to take a step back, have a look at the painting, and then come back and paint. Otherwise you get too close to it and you start losing your way a bit. Well, I do anyway. You might be better than me. It's always a good idea to have a stand back. So just a bit of crimson, bit of this red, bit of the white. Make a distant hill. You can choose the shape of your hill. Something like that. And put it in the water as well. So I'll stand back, have a look. Quite like that. I might have a bit of yellow in this bit there. In the water. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm quite liking that. And then let's go a bit darker. Well, let's use a knife. Just to separate things, I just want a little bit of this yellow ochre. And I'll just cut across, get it on the top of the knife, and then just give it a line like that, and then that separates it. And now, what I'm thinking is, we can come forward a bit darker, maybe a little lighter than that. A bit lighter. Maybe there's a hill here, a piece of land. Bit of rock. Who knows? In fact, I might have it as a bit of rock. Put that in the water as well, that reflection. Need a bit of rock like this really, because then when the birds come flying around here, they're going to want to sit on a bit of rock like this. Just use a bit of yellow ochre just to lighten that on the fan brush. Just to give some shape to the rock, really. Not too much though. I can pull that down across. Then I can do the same thing, get a little bit of that yellow, and you can decide where your water line is. Something like that. Might grab a bit more of the white. Yeah, something like that. You can even have a bit of fun and put something in front. Put a really dark rock that's not getting any light at all in the water as well. Just a tiny bit, going a little bit darker, tiny bit of a water line there. But you know, you can do whatever you like, whatever you want to do. I'm going to bring this just use a bit more of this colour. I'm going to bring this forward here. A bit of a peninsula of land there. In the water. Okay. Yeah, quite like that. I think I'll put a little bit of the light, get a bit of this sunlight. Maybe have a bit on here. Whether you would in reality, probably not, but this is a painting, so we can do what we like. A bit more of that dark colour and then something like that. Yeah, quite like that. Maybe the water line there. Now I might do get some of this real dark colour, but with the burnt sienna, something dark. I might start creating a bit of a area here. Going quite dark now, bringing it forward. I might get myself some of this burnt sienna mixed in with this Van Dyke brown. Maybe we've got a tree. Maybe there's a tree going. There's a tree growing there. Let's have another branch going. And so you make up your landscape, or follow along with this one. Take some ideas. Don't feel like you have to have your tree the same or have your sky the same. You do what makes you happy, what you feel like you want in your painting. Because that's what we've got to do. We've got to think about what we want to do and have fun doing it. Because that's what I think. I want to have fun painting. I want to enjoy myself. I want to create things I've never created before. So I might get a liner brush. I cleaned all my brushes. Oh, that was a job and a half. Cleaned them all with vegetable oil and then washing up liquid. I use vegetable oil first to wash them. Sort of rinse them out like you would anything, paint thinner or whatever. I use the washing up liquid as that. And then I use the washing up liquid or dish soap afterwards. So it's like you like giving your brushes baths. It's good fun. Well, it's not. It's awful. But you've got to do it if you want clean brushes. It is kind of fun actually. It's fun because I know I can clean my brushes without using paint thinner. And that's the one thing that I never use anymore. I don't use any chemicals or anything like that. No paint thinner for me, thanks very much. Why? Because it's bad for your health. What's the point? Okay, I'm just putting in a few branches. I know what they're like. Branches, you get millions of them. You can't paint them all in though. If you sit there trying to paint a tree and put all the branches in, oh man, it's mad. You don't realise how many branches there are. So put a load in, just to cover our backs. Maybe there's another branch that goes there. Could be, couldn't there? Oh, there is now. You do get all kinds of things growing in the undergrowth. And all this, it creates another layer, so we're looking out at the nice sunset or sunrise. Just using the fan brush now, and we'll put a little bit of the dark leaves on there. Just going in between, I just tap in between the dark and the red. I want it to be fairly dark, because I know if I make this too much light, if I put too much light, trying to explain myself, if I put too much light there, it's going to take your eye away from there, and that is the light area. This isn't, so I need to be wary, be wary. Got a few on this one as well. Yeah, something like that. I'm going to leave this quite dark, like I said, quite dark. I don't want it to be too light. You could play around and add a bit of the old light. Maybe you want a bit of light hitting this side. You could do that. Or you could leave it dark. It's up to you. I think I'll leave it really dark because that's going to emphasise the lightness over there. Okay, I think I'll put a bit of dark along here as well. Sort of swallow this area up as well. Yeah, I quite like that. Just pushing up. Back into the liner brush, sticking a few little things. Maybe I could put in. I've got an idea. What if we're back here? Here we go. There's a boat here. Get a little bit of the yellow ochre and the white just to could be a little boat there, couldn't there? We can do that, no problem. Put a little person in there. There's someone on the boat. There's a person there. And there's someone there maybe. Yeah, something like that. It just breaks the horizon up. And at that point, that's where it was. It's quite far away. We can see, you know, far in there. So I think maybe a couple of birds up here. Yeah, and I'll call this one finished. Get myself a JB and just put a JB in there. So thanks very much for watching this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it gave you an idea. And I'll see you at another one. Cheers. Bye.